now with this company for about 2.5 years, a little over that. And full disclosure, my husband, I'll give you a little background on me and then I'll get into it. But my husband and I came from traditional business. He also was working a very taxing job kind of when we first found this industry. And I think because I was working traditional business, I don't know if any of you guys have ever like owned and operated your own company where it's your baby, right? And it really does. It feels like it's your infant because you pour your blood, sweat, and tears into that thing. And sometimes it turns to profit, sometimes it doesn't. I mean, and you got to work your tail off, right? And so I think because I came from that background and because I was really working hard, and then I sold my company for profit after about 4.5 years and then pursued a few other business ventures. And I just remember kind of when the big social media boom happened, honestly, I would open my computer, when I got home after this long 12-hour day, my feet are throbbing. My husband and I we're passing each other because our schedules are opposites. And I opened my computer and everyone and their mom seemed to be selling something. And I was kind of on one side like, hey, more power to you, got to feed the family. But I also was kind of irritated by it. I'm not really sure looking back now why it bothered me so much. I think it's because I did lack a little bit of fulfillment because I was working so hard and so many hours. And then I didn't necessarily it didn't feel like it was my style, right? And so I was skeptical. I'm obviously eating my words now. This is my full-time job, and my husband and I both, this is the only thing that we do for income for our family. So we're very blessed to be able to do that. But I am a kind of a researcher by nature. And so I truly like dug in. But coming from traditional business, I had more of a business mind. I wasn't digging in always to products and ingredients and this, that, and whatever. To me, it was like, is this even a legitimate business option? Because people are clearly saying that they're doing this. They're saying that they're making money. My mom never had a pink Cadillac, and we had way too much Tupperware and makeup. So I just honestly, that was my only frame of reference, right? And so I dug in and I researched, and what I found kind of surprised me. I don't know. I think I was still even skeptical looking at the data in front of me, which is funny how we work that way. But it's because it shocked me that so many people I respected, whether in business or mentors of mine, men, women, all ages, they were talking about the legitimacy of this industry. And what I thought was really a hokey space, I was actually discovering how intricate it was and how, especially when you go international, what a legitimate business option it was. And so when I kind of figured out and was sold on this space in general, I think really the only thing you're left with is, okay, well, where the heck do I start now? Because there are a lot of companies out there. And I think that's what I'm hoping to share with you guys a little bit about tonight. I think it's kind of the same with our health. The data's in, science is in. We all know now. A couple of years ago, we didn't, but we all know now it doesn't matter how healthy you eat, right? It doesn't matter how often you exercise or how many marathons you're running. It doesn't matter because our soil is so depleted in nutrients. We all have to supplement. There's no way around it anymore. And people are showing external signs of health and things declining very quickly, even kids suffering from a mental health component or function or cognitive, all of those things. We know we need to supplement, but yet again, here we're faced with, okay, I see the legitimacy of it, but where the heck do I start? And honestly, it's overwhelming, especially if you try to like walk the aisles of Walmart, like looking for a vitamin, like where do you start, right? So what I hope to share with you guys tonight is a little bit about why I chose this product line in particular, why I chose this company in particular, truly from my business mind. And I'm not going to overwhelm you guys with a ton of info because we do have a ton of products. And because I'm not here to convince you of anything. I think ultimately you'll connect with who brought you here tonight, and we'll talk through maybe next steps of how you can figure out what products might be for you. But I just want to give you like a quick snapshot of the company and who we are, and then we can get to more in-depth science, research, all of that good stuff if you choose to do that. Okay, so I'm going to actually pull up some slides. Almost forgot, and I swear I forget this every time. And I say this every time, don't I, y'all? That I'm like, I should have started with this slide. I got to remember to show this one when I'm talking about my sweet little family. My son Jude there on the left was kind of who inspired me, I think, to be more open-minded about this industry, because when I was pregnant with him, I was telling my husband, like, which one of us is going to be around when he walks for the first time? We were passing each other. Like I said, we had zero extra time or leverage. And then this is our sweet boy, Dean. He actually is so much bigger now. Like, he has way more hair than that. He's 7 months old now. So he's a new baby. He's my like Corona baby because he was born in the middle of quarantine. Anyway, not getting political, swear, but this is my sweet family. So thankful for them. They're literally why I do what I do. But let's talk about this company. So it's called Q Sciences. I didn't even say that yet. Sorry. And the name science is there for a reason. We are in over 20 countries because we have really unique science that's so clean and so natural that it can very easily gain access into lots of different countries, regardless of their kind of tight regulations that may be different from the US. But once the reason why this stood out to my husband and I, how there wasn't as much risk with this company, is because our products have been around for a while. They actually had been in doctors' offices and things like that for years. And then when we decided to go the more direct selling / word of mouth model that we're in now, network marketing, that's really when we started exploding. Over 800, actually, that number has been updated since this slide was created, over 800% since we started just like 2.5, 3 years ago. And that was important to us because ground floor timing is important in business in general. I learned that from traditional business. Timing is important. Ground floor was important, but I loved how it eliminated some of the ground floor risk because our products had already been validated. And a lot of that is because of these two gentlemen. Not enough people look at really the founders and who's making the big decisions at a corporate level at a company. You look at baseline products, baseline thing, but really the integrity of the product line comes from decisions being made by the owners. That's just the truth. So these two gentlemen, Jake and Mark, they are our owners. The one sitting down there, Mr. Mark Wilson, is our founder, our CEO. Him and his wife, Colleen, really made the decision to come into this after very successful industry or careers, decided to do this because he was honestly bored. I know it sounds funny, but he was like bored in retirement. And he is, if you ever meet him, which some of you guys absolutely will, he just has this heart of gold, so humble, so kind. He has this like peaceful, calming nature. And you would know exactly what I mean when I tell you that he wanted to impact the quality of people's lives in a positive way. That's what brings him fulfillment. And so that's why he wanted to do this. And he decided to go the health route. And then he met Mr. Jake Spencer. Now, Mr. Spencer and his wife, Sarah, they're very, very good, dear friends of mine. They've mentored me from business to keeping your family first and at the forefront, parenting and marriage and even financial literacy. But they've also been in this industry for over a decade. And being a member of our board of advisors for the past couple of years, I've been able to work with these two gentlemen and their wives very, very closely. And what I can tell you is that the integrity that's there trickles down all the way into our name of our company. The word sciences is there for a reason because we always back up what we say and have science readily available, but also all the way down to our product line, the way we pay out people, the core values of this company. I mean, they come from them and their morals and their integrity. And I've seen it firsthand and they just listen. I've been at the bottom of the totem pole for a long, long time in previous ventures. And of course, my voice wasn't heard. And so I love this option of ground floor to really speak what ideas I had and for it to be heard. They just sit there and write when they're talking to you because they have like huge ears but small mouths. They don't just talk at you, they listen. So it's been a really cool partnership to be able to work with them and their families. Now, the product line, I know I already prepped you guys. We have a ton of products. This is not going to be a 3.5 hour long webinar. It could be totally if I like really wanted to get into the crazy because it's so in depth and there's so much there. And really it's because of our chief science officer. His name is Dr. Kimberly and Stephen Kimberly, and he's been there from the beginning. He actually helped found the company and he's a naturopath, y'all, like an internist. He was a doctor for years. He even worked for WebMD. So his standards are high. He's part of why our name is Q Sciences because he was like, we got to have everything backed. But what I love about him is that he's evolved our product line a ton. Like just in the past 2.5 years since I've been with the company, it's evolved and changed as new science becomes available. We evolve just like technology, right? And my husband and I liked that there were so many products. It didn't feel overwhelming to us. It felt like, okay, this is good to have multiple verticals, men, women, kids, mental health, energy, weight loss, sleep help, all of those categories. I am just honestly really blessed that in over 2 years, I have yet to have to turn someone away because I'm like, sorry, we don't have anything for you. And that's huge from a business perspective. We do have hemp oil exclusive to us. It's patented technology. What the reason I say that is because like we all know now, CBD is a big thing, but not all CBDs at the gas station are created equal. Hopefully you've realized that. Maybe sometimes it works and then it stops working, or you have to this, or you have to that, or it's astronomically priced and what have you. So again, going back to that integrity thing, we really wanted to make sure if we were going to go the hemp route, it was going to be the right way. So I love that our technology makes it work fast. My husband, if he was giving this webinar, y'all, he would be only talking about hemp because he just loves what it's done for him and his kind of anxious panic feelings he used to have, then he's been free from now. My favorite product is actually that black bag right there that says core up the side. The reason I like, well, actually it's 3-in-1. There's 3 products in this bag. And actually, and I say this every time because I always bring it in here. Hold on, where did I put it? Hold on, I'll show you guys. There's in that bag a little like AM pack and a PM pack. I have my PM. I always take it with my drink right after I do these little calls. That way I don't forget. But I love it for simplicity because it's 3 products, but it's pre-sorted for you in little baggies. So no bottles lining your counter and like old pill popping. Pill popping. Sorry, we're not trying to go that route. Old, what are those called? Like whatever, the little pop things. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You can get them on Amazon still. My grandmother had them and they were very cool. Okay. So don't knock what you don't understand. Either way, I don't have to use those because we have these little baggies. So love the simplicity of that. But in that bag, if you've heard of anything with this company, you've probably heard of our main kind of flagship product. It's called QMax. Okay. The reason it's kind of spreading around like wildfire is because it's just a vitamin, but nobody knew you were supposed to feel a difference with the vitamin. I didn't when I was like popping my Flintstones vitamin and going about my day every night. I was so uneducated. I didn't know, right? And so this vitamin, because of the way it's processed, don't worry, I'm not going to get too sciencey on you, but it crosses the blood-brain barrier. So those chelated minerals, those good nutrients that I was mentioning we don't get from our soil anymore, it gets into your body in such a way that it's actually improving people's mental health. And I know that's a heavy topic. And honestly, I was like, okay, this company's gutsy to say the least, because how easy would it be to just be like, oh my gosh, a skinny drink and a magic pill and look at us. And you see a lot in this space, nothing against other companies. Everyone has their kind of niche, but to be addressing something where people are truly suffering in silence and even kids are suffering, I thought that was gutsy. So that stood out to me huge. We do have fitness, weight loss, those kinds of options. I like it because we truly don't, I mean, the products work. It's just true. Like when it comes to managing your weight or at least helping along those lines, they regulate your blood sugar. The products help block carbs and speed up your metabolism because it gets sluggish as we get older, apparently. I'm learning. The products work, but what I love about this company is that we don't claim that all you need is a product. There's literally no magic pill. So we don't try to claim that. Instead, we have a fitness app people can gain access to. It's brand new. We just rolled it out to ensure people have one-on-one coaching on even their mindset or relationship with food, as well as easy on-demand workouts. Meal plans, recipes, going back. I mean, it's so cool, the community that's been formed there. I don't know how many of you guys are on the app with me. I know some of you guys are. Okay. It's been really cool. And I was talking to some of our leaders here, like Catherine, and I'm love working with her because we're just so in alignment with like wanting to get the word out and loving how streamlined and simple the company keeps everything, you know. We do have spray vitamins too. Just have to throw that out there. I'm not going to say too much about it because my friend who I'm about to introduce you to literally was nervous that her kids were going to be awake, and maybe they are awake, but she was like, how much of the sleep spray can I give them right now? And hope that they go to sleep before we start this call. But anyway, we do have a kids line too. Very, very excited about my little cocktail I've created for my son. Don't worry, it's a virgin cocktail. Okay. It's almond milk and this core powder, which is the same benefits I just explained in our bundle I said I love: mental health, cognitive function, immunity, digestion, probiotics, all of it in powder form. I can shake it up with like almond milk and honey for my son. He loves it. I baked it in muffins even. So again, simplicity is everything, but I want my kids to get the best of the best. And so I'm so glad we launched into that vertical. But I'm going to bring my friend Stephanie on here because I really want you guys to meet her. And she has such a cool story on some of the products she's been taking. She's brand new too. Did I make it to where you can't mute yourself? Hold on one sec, Steph. See if it will let you. And if it doesn't, then don't worry, I will help. Okay, now you should be able to. I changed it, sorry.
Okay.
Okay, go.
Hey guys, my name is Stephanie Maxson. I've been with Q for, 2 months now. And I actually joined because I was looking for mental health support. Like probably many of you, I'm a stay-at-home mom. I have a 3-year-old and a 10-month-old. They found me. Can't hide in the guest bedroom. Can't get away from them. But anyway, I was looking for something to support that. So I ordered the 3,000 milligram hemp because of the little cuties. And it was probably, I want to say, a week into taking it. My husband, he didn't know that I was taking it. He came up to me and he was like, "You're in a much better mood, whatever you're doing. Can you just keep doing that?" Like, you haven't bit my head off today. So it's a compliment. I mean, I'm happy that, he told me, but then I was like, okay, well, maybe I should keep doing this. So that was my aha moment. And then I came from another network marketing company, and it was just what I've seen as a night and day difference, the systems that are in place for you to like truly succeed. And yeah, it's just been amazing.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I was hoping that your kids actually were going to come into the call because I think one of mine might run in here and I really didn't want to be the only one. Okay. Yes. Thank you for sharing. And she has had some really incredible success really fast. So I'm thankful that both health-wise and financially too for your family. Okay. So I'm going to wrap up, guys. I don't have much longer. For me, it really boiled down to what's the initial investment? Does it make sense? Can I get my money back quickly? Like that's just my get straight to the point business mind. $40 out of the gate for a full year was huge to me because it gives you all the, like, I can't do PowerPoint. Like, y'all think I created this? Heck no, they gave it to me. I just read the slides and go about my day. That's why I talk too much. See, I'm not that good at this, but it's okay because they give me everything I need. And getting an e-commerce site with that amount too, where people can go to my website and buy product or join me in this business and I don't have to sell products out of like my trunk or something. That was huge. But number 2 here, now this is where it gets really big because I mentioned earlier, and Catherine and I have talked about this before, like this idea and concept of having to kind of push people to go the business route, we're not here to do that. This is not a numbers game for us. This really, for all of the leaders I'm seeing on here, there's so many on here. This really is about working with the right kind of people because it is so ground floor. We get to be a little picky, if you will. And so it's okay if people don't want to go the business route. We're not forcing anyone to go that route. And I love that they can just be a customer and get my same pricing. They can be a customer, and there is literally an entire department at corporate, and their whole job is to help me retain my customers. Like, what? They give them rewards and customer support and helping them manage their orders. And that's huge because when I owned my traditional business, I didn't have a team of doing nothing, it was all me, right? But number 3, when it came to earning an income and how quick can people get back their investment, that was important to me because I wanted to, if I was going to spread the word and help this new company kind of get off the ground and share about it, I wanted to make sure I could help people win and get their investment back quickly. And so I knew I could make commission when people went to my website to try a product, right? Just buy a product as a customer. But when people then go to my website and they partner with me in this business, I start making a percentage off of everything that goes through their website now. And really, really listen to this for a second, because I don't know about you guys, maybe this clicked for you a long time ago in life, but it did not for me, because my mentor told me once, would you rather make 100% profit off of only what you can do in a 12-hour day? Or would you rather make, 1% profit off of what over 1,000 people can do in a day? And it like clicked, this idea of residual income. I didn't understand passive, residual, whatever type of income. I knew you had to work hard to build something, but this idea of working hard to build something that keeps on lasting even when you're not working anymore, that was eye-opening for me. And I think so many people could leverage that. And I know you can see this black bar here. It says like builder, pro. Don't worry, none of that's going to make any sense to you right now. They're kind of are going through the ranks. I'm the rank of Ruby. It's kind of like off this chart a little bit. It's not on this slide, but as amazing as it's been for our family, what's been cool for me is how many people have hit these ranks, sometimes in their first 30 days, sometimes in their first couple of years. Everybody's coming from a different place, and being able to make a couple $100 a month or $1,700 a month or $4,000 a month. I mean, that completely changes their future and for their family. And that just goes back to the core value of our owners, my partners in this business, that want to always make sure it's faith first, then family, everything else comes after that. And that leads me with number 4 here, which was honestly like what sealed the deal for my husband and I. This company really thinks of long-term vision, kind of the future for you and your family. It's not about like, get rich now, because hello, this is not a get rich quick thing at all. It's a get rich eventually thing though, which is better than not getting rich at all. But we, instead of having like a free car or a lifestyle bonus or some of the things you see, we actually, when you get to a certain point, they put money toward your debt. And if you're not in debt, they'll put it toward a retirement account in your name. And that is huge. I had never heard of a company even caring about the future of you or your family or whatever, but they understand the kind of financial pressure sometimes that gets into a home, and it impacts relationships. And so they understand that financial security helps the home life, but they don't just start, they did not just stop there, because from day one, people like Stephanie, who just started a couple months ago, people like Ashley, who just started a couple months ago, they already have a one-on-one financial coach from our company free. Literally a one-on-one person that will work with you as much or as little as you want and train you on taxes, money management, budgeting, credit repair, debt consolidation, literally anything you need to get your financial home in order. And it's all included. Again, like if that doesn't show you the heart of our owners and our partners up at corporate, I don't know what does, because that really speaks to them wanting to help you build that long-term wealth with your family. So before I let you guys go, and I promise we're going to wrap up, I just want to introduce you to one more friend of mine. Her name is Ashley, and she has a really cool story. She's only been here for a couple of months, so I want her to share. Can you unmute yourself? Okay, cool.
Yes, I'm good. Hey guys, like she said, my name is Ashley. I'm trying to talk quiet because my kids are asleep. Speaking of that sleep spray, it's magical. Literally 5 minutes. Anyways, so like Kristen said, I've been with Q for about 2 months now, and I came from another company as well. And what I was running into is I like literally was not able to help my people win. I was winning, but they weren't. And it was just breaking my heart because I wanted them to be at the recognition ceremonies and walk the stage and all of that stuff together. And it just like was not happening. So Stephanie sort of touched on this a bit ago, but we have simple systems in place, and probably whoever invited you to this call hasn't had to do very much, like that. That's the point. And so that means you won't have to do very much whenever you do this. So we'll throw you in those 3-way chats, and I want you to watch how those systems play out. Because again, when you get in those 3-way chats with whoever invited you and their mentor, again, they won't be doing very much. You don't have to be the expert right out of the bat. So yeah, really simple, and that's it.
Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate you. Yeah. Okay. So that's actually perfect, because that segues straight into my last point here. It's funny that you even mentioned that, because that's literally what I was about to share. It was a big thing for me. I've mentioned, being the rank of Ruby, it's been a huge blessing for my family, but I want everybody to be able to do this. And we have busy people, y'all. Like whoever it was that invited you, if they have more than 5 kids, say I. No, I'm just kidding. It's true though. Like people have 5, 6, 7 children, or maybe full-time jobs, or they're homeschooling plus a job, plus their husband works, or full-time stay-at-home dads, or a husband that has multiple companies. I've seen it all. I've heard it all. And because we really, really mean what we say, when we want to help people get started and get started the right way, we bring them in with a really simple system. Onboarding, training, we're accessible. Like she said, whoever invited you probably hasn't had to do a whole lot during this thing because I won't shut up. Clearly, I told you I'm a talker. Anyway, but they can, you can earn an income before you know everything. You don't have to be studying things with flashcards, right? So here's the deal. Similar to what Ashley just mentioned, this is what you're going to do. You're going to get put into like a three-way conversation, a chat conversation. It could be on a phone call too. It doesn't have to be in a chat. When your friend kind of reaches back out to you, we're a like full disclosure type company. We're not trying to be weird and weasel our way out into anything. Guess what? We're going to follow up with you after this. Cat's out of the bag. We obviously want to know what your thoughts are. Totally cool if you're not interested. We genuinely just appreciate your support. Or maybe there's a product that might help you or a family member and you can help us with a referral. But we're going to put you in a chat and you're going to get your questions answered along the lines of what product might be best for you, where to start, any of that science you want to see. Again, as much or as little research you want to go down, we've got that available to you. I just didn't want to go over everything tonight, but this is what I want to challenge you guys to do, because clearly you're more open-minded than I was, because I never would have gotten on one of these calls when I was so ignorant and rolling my eyes at the industry. I want you to put on your business hat when you're in the conversation, even if you're just thinking you want to try, let's say, the sleep spray or an energy drink, and you're getting information from someone. I want you to watch the system in this conversation, because the person that invited you, exactly like Ashley just said, they're not going to do any of the talking in this conversation. Somebody else is going to. And the reason that's so important is you're going to love that is because when you do this, you're going to want someone else answering all the questions for you, because you're not going to know everything right out of the gate. And if you have to know everything and be an expert and know all the ingredients and all of the products before you can move the needle, I'd still be broke, because I literally don't know how to pronounce all the product ingredients still. Like I said, I came into this with a business mind. And so that's what I love about it, is you can kind of get in where you fit in and see the system and see it modeled in front of you. And that's why people are winning, even though they're so busy. So anyway, I really appreciate you guys hopping on, taking time away from family. I went a little bit over tonight of what I wanted to, so I apologize, but I appreciate you guys supporting your friend that's on here. Get into those three-way chats, conversations, phone calls. Let's have a candid conversation of what this might look like for you to be a part of our society, our team. Everyone on here, we're all on the same close-knit team. We use the same system, and that's why we all get very similar results eventually. So thank you guys so much. Y'all have a great night, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye, everyone.